Hey guys, what's up? We're back with some more Destiny 2 action, and I feel like I need to make a quick Destiny 2 review. So, as you might know, I totally streamed and uploaded the entire Forsaken campaign, and might be worthwhile adding some final non-raid related thoughts, because I haven't actually done the raid, and I don't think I will be doing the raid for quite a while. But it might be worth adding some final thoughts on whether or not Forsaken as a whole is worth buying. Forsaken is worth buying. There, I said it. Fight me. Sue me. I don't care. Whatever. It is worth buying. It just is. Okay? You know, whether it's the implementation of patch 2.0, which did of course come just before launch, whether it's the introduction of the archery system into the game, whether it's the Forsaken story actually being kind of good, whether it's the new areas being fun, whether it's the new bows being fun, whether it's the value of the legendary collection, because that's actually quite good value, whether it's the new warlock supers, because, you know, they're really good as well, or of course it's the new archery combat system involving the new bows. Destiny 2 offers quite a lot of content for anyone who's just looking to throw in a few weeks of playing and grinding, because there is a lot of grinding. I'll get around to that later. But anyway, let's just do a quick pro and con for Destiny 2 Forsaken. I think that's the best way to summarize whether or not this game is worth buying if you're the kind of person who might think this game isn't worth buying. So I'll start off with the pros, and of course the pros include the archery system. As anyone who has watched my playthrough knows, I have an archery fetish when it comes to, well, archery. This is of course coming from Warframe, because I do play a lot of archery in Warframe. Archery feels really good in Destiny 2, specifically on console. I don't know exactly how it feels on PC, because I don't have it on PC, but I expect it feels just as good as Warframe does in PC. But on PS4, here's the funny thing. I think it might be better than Warframe on console. I'm not 100% sure, because I've only played Warframe for just a little bit on console, specifically like at the start, as in I didn't do the account migration. So using a bow in Destiny 2, it just feels really good. But using a bow in Warframe, especially an unmodded bow, maybe because it's unmodded it just feels sluggish and crap. But using a bow in Destiny 2 feels good. I expect using a properly modded bow in Warframe feels just as good. I don't know, and I can't really say for certain, but I can say that archery in Destiny 2, Bungie have really nailed how archery works in Destiny 2. Except for Arsenic Bite, because that bow is actually a hit scan weapon. Technically that's not right, but I'll let it slide, because, you know, we gotta have at least one bow that's a little different to every other bow, in terms of like how it feels. But anyway, I have done a bow review if you want to go and check it out. It is of course missing the exotic bows, because, surprise surprise, I don't have them yet. But you know, basically, like I said, archery just feels really good. Other pros for Destiny 2 Forsaken include the Forsaken story, which simplistically I'm going to summarize as Aldrin hallucinates, kills Cade, gets eaten by a tentacle monster, and then we have to kill the tentacle monster in order to let Aldrin like drop out of the tentacle monster so that we can shoot him in the face to get revenge for him and his buddies killing Cade. Done. Make no mistake, this campaign was far more enjoyable than some of the other campaigns that are in Destiny. For example, the Destiny 1 base campaign, which I was okay with, but Rise of Iron, which I actually didn't like, and Destiny 2 base. Look at it this way, at least I didn't accidentally fall asleep halfway through this one. And I say that specifically referring to the Destiny 2 base campaign. I actually fell asleep in that one. I didn't in this one, which makes it a massive improvement. And it's actually potentially, okay, it might actually be slightly worse than Taken King, because Taken King was really good. But this one would have to be one of the best campaigns for Destiny. All in all, really good story, and what I really like about it, and I think this is also something I really liked about Taken King as well, it opens up a bunch of storylines that will definitely make lore nerds sort of really excited for the future of the franchise. Already, with the raid showing up, there's already been another mission that opens up a brand new door to like some more stuff, and hopefully this keeps going, because I really liked that even though I couldn't do the raid, there was at least something else for me to do, which gave me powerful gear, which also is really good. And of course, Gambit, which is the new PvP-ish mode. It's like a competitive co-op. Is actually really fun. And I'm a kind of person who doesn't like PvP in Destiny at all. I refuse to play Crucible. When I see the Crucible list saying, oh yeah, you need to play a bunch of games in order to get some free powerful gear, I'm like, nope. Miss me with that shit. I ain't doing it. Gambit, on the other hand, is a really fun mode, and hopefully some more iteration comes to it. And yeah, that's really the pros. Like, there's many other pros, but let's just keep this video short. And to keep it short, I'm going to only talk about one con, because there's only one real problem with Destiny 2 Forsaken. Destiny 2 Forsaken. Okay, there's only one real problem with this game. This expansion. Because with this expansion, and I really hope that Bungie does something to fix this, because it sucks so much. And that's Infusion. Infusion obviously is a thing that existed before Forsaken, but what Forsaken brought into Infusion was the increased cost. Now, the increased cost in terms of planetary resources, glimmer, and legendary shards, which I call Lego shards, is fine. The Lego shards is kinda annoying, but it's still, you know, workable. What sucks, absolutely, and what makes this so painful is the Masterwork Core cost. Oh my god, Bungie, what the hell were you thinking, including Masterwork Cores in the Infusion cost? These things are rare and valuable enough as is. We need to use them for masterwork. We need to use them for masterworking weapons. We are supposed to use these things as they were intended, as I am to understand, for improving our weapons to a point where they're actually like really good. Instead, now we're being like kneecapped into having to save these bloody things in order to keep our weapons at like a level that is sufficient for the casualness, or in some cases the hardcoreness of our play. Now, of course, I am a casual player because I do actually have other things I need to do. But I still want my weapons and my gear to level up at a pace that doesn't feel like I'm stabbing myself in the eyes every 5 seconds. Now I might get where Bungie is getting at with this particular system, because maybe they want us to explore using other weapons more. Maybe they don't want us to just stick to using the bows, because the bows are awesome. Maybe they want us to also explore using other weapons like, let's say, scout rifles. And I say scout rifles because frankly this game has showered me with hundreds and thousands of scout rifles. No joke. Here's the thing, Bungie. I've used scout rifles before. As someone who played Destiny 1 all the way through the Rise of Iron campaign, and I kind of stopped after that, as someone who has used scout rifles before, let me tell you this. I've used scout rifles like Vision of Confluence. Does anyone remember that weapon? That weapon, from memory, was an auto-triggering scout rifle? Question mark? I think it was. Because I was able to use that weapon more than like literally any other scout rifle in the game. And yet I still hated them. I hate scout rifles with a passion. Like they suck. Plain and simple. Well, to me anyway, I hate them. They suck. they might have at some point been one of the strongest weapons in the game for PvP and potentially even for PvE. I don't care. They play like crap to me, and I hate them. And it doesn't help that the game showers me with these scout rifles of progressively higher and higher power level, or light level as I'm calling them. Progressively higher and higher light level, even as I'm just going up to that soft cap of 500, and then beyond the soft cap of 500. I hate scout rifles. I don't care about any of them. I just want to use them to infuse into my bow so I can keep playing the game and get more stuff. Of course, now my no turning back bow, which, for those who somehow forgot, it's the bow that Petra gives you. And then apparently the bow that you can get from doing spider bounties, question mark. And my Nezarec Sin, which is a warlock helmet, which is dope when used with something like another bow, like Subtle Calamity. Because these require 2 Masterwork cores and 3 Masterwork cores respectively, just to upgrade themselves to that reasonable level of casualness that I have. It means that the progression system, which, let me remind you, stopped sucking about 3 weeks ago when patch 2.0 came out, it sucks again! So Bungie, you move 1 step forward and then you move 2 steps back. If you fix this, you'll be back to where you were like 2 weeks ago, when progression didn't suck. Simple. Just get rid of Masterwork cores and that's it. Infusion will be great, the entire game will basically be great. That I wouldn't have really any real problem with the game anymore, because the only other problem I have is the fact that the final boss of the campaign is a bloody tentacle monster. If you watch my playthrough, you'll see me go, ugh, but otherwise, the game's great. So yeah, it's quite enjoyable. There are plenty of ways to acquire the necessary loot, progress through the light levels. That's about it. I mean, the weekly and daily resets provide enough opportunities as well, so I don't feel like I'm humping a brick wall when I'm trying to go through the soft cap at level 500. And just a random thought, the Dreaming City is actually quite good. It certainly looks nice, and there's quite a lot of things to do, and yeah. Alright, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed my review of Destiny 2 Forsaken. If you did, hit the like button, and if you really enjoyed it, maybe consider subscribing to the channel. If you have any thoughts or questions on the game in its current state, feel free to leave it in the comments. And as per usual, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye!